We don't yet know who won the U.S. presidential election. That's an incredible thing to say. But we know who lost: the experts of the political class. The pollsters, the pundits, the panelists on CNN, they all got it wrong. They all talked about Trump being destroyed, about a landslide for Biden. They talked about winning the White House and the Senate and the House of Representatives, and that just did not happen. It looks like the Republicans will lose net one Senate seat, so they'll still retain control. And incredibly, the Republicans look like they picked up a few seats in Congress. As I write this, results aren't fully in, but that's how it is right now as I read this. In the last few days, Trump crisscrossed America very strategically, back and forth amongst Michigan, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Florida. And wouldn't you know it, those were exactly the key battleground states for him. He needed mighty Florida, and he got it. Incredibly, Latinos voted for him en masse, especially those who had fled the Cuban communist regime, and a new cohort of Venezolanos, those who fled Hugo Chavez and Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela. I love that Latinos for Trump music video ad. Makes me want to dance, but look at this. Look at the 2016 election results for Miami-Dade County. It's the huge county, lots of Latino voters. Hillary crushed Trump there, huge margin in 2016, but look at it last night. Trump almost closed the gap. It was so close. If my math is right, 200,000 more people in that town went to Trump. It didn't flip the county to red, but it ensured that statewide Trump won handily. Isn't that fascinating? I guess they saw the socialism twinkling in Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's eyes and realized we've seen this movie before. If you live in Cuba or Venezuela, you have somewhere to run. You can run to America. But if you live in America, you have nowhere left to run. That result came up quickly in Florida. Trump picked up the states that he needed to and didn't seem to lose any along the way. And it came down to those states of the Midwest where he had campaigned furiously. Ohio, automakers, fracking, Trump nailed it. And as the night went on, he took the lead in Wisconsin, took the lead in Michigan, took the lead in Pennsylvania, all Rust Belt states that Trump had carried last time. He needed at least 2 of them this time. And what made it extra interesting was that Trump was doing well with minority voters, not just Latinos. Trump's support amongst Black men and women, Latino men and women, gay men and women rose dramatically. It was the highest support from minorities for a Republican since the 1960s. Would that help him in places like Philadelphia or Detroit? Maybe. Trump was actually leading until they just stopped counting votes. Hang on. It's election night and you're tired because it's late. You didn't know maybe it was going to be election night. You didn't have 4 years to plan. You need your beauty sleep. You need to go home now, and you're just shutting down and going home. They did, because these are Democratic governors who count the votes for the national presidential debate. So it was shut down. It was frozen. Trump was in the lead everywhere, but Biden had a press conference. He spoke first. He said he was on the track to win.
I'm here to tell you tonight, we believe we're on track to win this election. We knew, because of the unprecedented early vote and the mail-in vote, that it was going to take a while. We're going to have to be patient until the hard work of tallying the votes is finished. And it ain't over till every vote is counted, every ballot is counted. But we're feeling good. We're feeling good about where we are. We believe one of the nets has suggested we've already won Arizona, but we're confident about Arizona. That's a turnaround.
Including in Arizona, but in fact that wasn't true. Arizona was very much in contention. As I write this, various news agencies have retracted their premature conclusion that Arizona went to the Democrats. Who knows? But boy, it sure seemed like the media was eager to declare a state for Biden, but slow to declare one for Trump. Maybe they just couldn't believe it. You know, if the media had set up, for example, the New York Times, they set up a website with lists of states that they thought were battlegrounds. They had a few different gradations. States that would be for sure for Biden, like California. Leans Biden, toss-up. Leans Trump or for sure Trump. But they were wrong on all of them except for the for sure Bidens. Trump exceeded all expectations. Like I say, the media lost, the pundits lost, the pollsters lost. Except for, unlike the politicians, they didn't lose their jobs, did they? Maybe the media companies were slow to recognize Trump's successes because it was their own failure that was demonstrated, or maybe because it was Biden's failure that was demonstrated. And of course, the media, as always, are auxiliaries of the Democrats, like they are of the Liberal Party in this country. Now, that allowed Biden to preposterously say he was on the road to victory. Preposterous in that at that moment, Trump was in fact leading in enough states to make it not even close. Here's the CBC's homepage at that wonderful moment. But like I say, in the dead of night, so many things happened, like more than 100,000 votes simply being dumped into the Democratic category in the dead of night. Does that make sense? 100% of them went into the Democrat column. Is that right? I thought they had stopped counting at night. How did that work? And what's with this? This is the Pennsylvania Attorney General, a Democrat, tweeting before the vote even began. He said, if all the votes are added up in Pennsylvania, Trump is going to lose. That's why he's working overtime to subtract as many votes as possible from this process. For the record, he's 0 for 6 against us in court. We've protected voting rights. Now ignore the noise, vote. Okay, hang on. How does the Attorney General know in advance that his party was going to win? Is that a responsible thing to say if you were the senior lawmaker for a state, that you were going to win before the votes are even cast? Is that a guess by him, or a prediction, or a statement, or is it a command to everyone who works with him in the state, everyone counting the ballots? You're the Attorney General. You're the one who's rigged the rules. Imagine if a Republican Attorney General said that in a battleground state, let's say like Florida, and then, surprise, announced literally millions more votes to come, but only after you figured out how many votes you need to beat Trump. That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.